Talking Dirty After Dark with Mr. Micah King.
Welcome to the Talking Dirty After Dark podcast. I am your host, Mr. Micah King, the unmoved mover, and I am here with a special guest today. This brother here, he comes from Tifton. I'm sorry, he's not Tifton. I just keep putting you in Georgia, bro. He comes from Flint, Michigan. He's representing, he's an artist, he's a model, he's a brand ambassador. He's like, how many job labels do you have, man? And what do you call yourself, bro?
Pretty much all of them that got to do with entertainment. Me, personally, I think that the easiest thing to umbrella it will probably be influencer, public figure, mogul. All three of those pretty much mean the same thing.
Influencer, public figure, and mogul.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. How long have you been? Go ahead and tell us your name and what you like to be called and everything to that nature.
Oh, okay, I go by Vigilante in the entire entertainment world. Everybody knows my government is for Marcus Steele. In the acting world, that's what they mostly know me as. And people who know me personally, they call me Marcus. Everybody else, y'all can call me Vigilante.
Well, damn. So if you don't know him personally, just call him Vigilante. I don't know how I know him because I don't call him any of those names. I call you Vig, V-I-G. That's about it. That's, I need one syllable because I am black and all those names that you name have multiple syllables. Yeah, I can't. I'm black, dude. I ain't trying to be naming Vigilante. That's too many goddamn syllables. Vig, how you doing, brother? How you doing? That's the shortest name I can give you. So that's what your name is, nigga.
I'm gonna be honest, the most substantial people in my life have always automatically given me a nickname. I was with this girl the other day. She calls me Vigil.
Vigil. Was she Puerto Rican? Is she Spanish? Does she not speak English good? Well, why she get Vigil?
She mixed with everything. I'm gonna be honest. She mixed with a whole lot of shit, and she I guess she thinks that the Vigilante is like unique. So instead of calling me Marcus, she want to stick with Vigilante, but she want to shorten it up because her black side, like you said, is causing her to abbreviate.
You trying to hit this?
Sure, why not?
So you do smoke?
Yes, I do.
Hey, man, welcome to the Smoker's Lane. On this podcast, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this right now, go ahead and hit that share. Go ahead and hit that subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like button. And do me a favor and go ahead and comment. If you're watching this, comment on Vigilante's shirt that he is wearing right now. We want to go ahead and comment what you like, if you would buy it, if you would, because you're wearing a specific brand and it does pop out as I first saw you walk into the studio with it on. Go ahead and talk about that shirt that you're wearing, bro.
Okay, well, this is Habana Heights. I just found out about them probably about a month ago, and I really like what they got going on. I like the all-inclusiveness that they have with their customers and that they have with their fan base. It's growing rapidly. That's one of the pages that's really shooting up on Instagram right now. And they getting everybody involved. So it's a big bag that's coming with me having this on today.
I see that, man, because that shirt, if the bag is coming from it and, you've got multiple bags from all those heavy chains that you got on your neck, I'm seeing that you're putting in the work to actually dress to impress like you are, because, buddy, you are blinging like a motherfucker, bro.
Thank you. This your first time seeing these?
Yeah. I don't, I got to wear glasses around a lot of people because their chain is kind of blinding me. And that's the first time I've seen those because the other ones, I couldn't see no more after I saw them because I was totally fucking blind in one eye because the chain was totally bling. So what generation would you consider yourself to be? Would you, in the generation, because you're not old, but you ain't no teenager. So what generation would you put yourself with?
For those who don't know, I'm 27 now. So, damn, it's a lot of elements. When I realized I was getting old? When I don't have TikTok.
So you feel like, whoa. You feel like you're getting old.
Yeah.
You're getting old, but you're not old yet.
Yeah, I'm getting old.
Okay. Because 27 is like the perfect age, bro.
The moment I seen people going Corvette, and they went like this and went like that, and I seen a grown-ass man doing that, I knew I was getting old.
Yeah, things are changing, huh, man? Because you didn't know what the hell that was.
The other day I was talking to this girl and she said tomato, 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 and I didn't know what the fuck that was. I'm like, why did you spell out tomatoes and they got a tomato emoji? It's a new skit, whatever the fuck going on TikTok right now.
And you don't know nothing about it.
And I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah. So, as an entertainer, what all do you do to entertain? Because I did hear you say you were in movies. You were an actor. What else do you do?
Besides that, started off with the music. Matter of fact, I go chronologically. I started off doing music in 2010 when I started off playing the drums in the church, and then my mom bought my stepdad a MIDI board. When we moved down here in 2010, he gave me the MIDI board for my birthday, and I started producing. When he moved down here, my cousin Fat Kid was rapping, and he didn't want him out here by himself, so he said he would manage him. The studio was at our house. My mom went to the Guitar Center and bought my stepdad a home studio. That's when I started rapping.
Okay, so then, like, what other ways did you entertain? Like, were you a stripper at some point? Because I saw your Instagram page, and I'm like, hey, man, this dude might be a stripper back in the day, and now, so have you ever been a stripper or anything like that? Well, I'm sorry. I mean, this is Talking Dirty After Dark podcast.
No, I know.
It's okay to let people know, yeah, back in the day, I was a stripper. There's nothing wrong with that, dude.
Man, I love the strippers, man. All of my female strippers. Shout out to y'all. The girl I was talking about in the story earlier who calls me Vigil, she's a dancer. Moving to Atlanta really was a culture shock because the term stripper turned to dancer. So when people be like, I dance, you got to ask them, okay, you tap dance, you interpret dance, or do you dance? And they, most of them do that. You can tell by their body. But they let anybody dance nowadays. You can be a toothpick. The toothpicks can twerk better than the thick girls now.
I don't know about better, but they give it a shot.
Okay, I say just as good.
I don't know about just as good, but they give it a shot.
Okay.
But back to you and being a stripper.
This nigga,
I see you trying to invade that question. How long were you a stripper? And give us more information about that.
If anything, I'd be way more of a porn star than a stripper. The funny part about it is nowadays you could really type in like any Instagram model that you got a crush on or anybody. It's probably easier to go to their Twitter and scroll and find the shit that they got, or just type their name and their nickname on Google and then just type in sex tape next to it, and that shit'll just pop up.
Agreed, man. I talked to my home. I'm not gonna drop no jewels, but yeah, you can go to everybody's Twitter and see the real them.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's they had a little thing going where this was the Facebook them, this was the Tinder them, this was the industry, but they never had the Twitter them. The Twitter them is the wildest one. Because Twitter, you can really do anything you want to, and we love that about Twitter. I do recognize that name brand, Twitter. Twitter, I represent. Twitter, give me a call. Because we definitely would love to do some business. Twitter, how do you feel about fucking, not your girlfriend, but fucking somebody else's girlfriend? Or fucking some other girl that's not in a relationship with you? How you feel about fucking her on camera or in public?
I ain't got no problem with that. I actually just had a girl hit me like 2 days ago, and she's about to come to Atlanta, and we about to get busy, and she was just like, make sure that you had the camera ready. I didn't say nothing exactly. I didn't say nothing myself. This is what she said. I said, matter of fact, I'm gonna have two, and she replied back and said, cool.
So as a man, let me ask you this, dude. As a man, does that, no, and be real with me. Don't give me the gangster, shit, I got the image. Does that intimidate you a little bit when a woman kind of tells you, hey, basically, I'm finna fuck the shit out of you, and you need to be ready? Because if a woman tells you, hey, had a camera ready, that means she finna put that pussy on you. Does that intimidate you a little bit as a guy?
Nah. That shit is spicy. That's exactly what I want. I want you to come with your own toys. I want you to, what I'm saying? Be upfront. If you know this drink is what gets you there, this weed what gets you there, all the playing and all the bullshit and we just met and all that shit, that shit'll piss me off. If you just honestly and organically be yourself, just like how she was, man, that shit is, that's how you become a keeper.
How long had y'all been talking and knowing each other?
Like 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. So she was actually comfortable with you to show you that side of her. So with you being a wordsmith, what do the women say about your mouth? Because I know you're a wordsmith, so I'm assuming, that you would be good with your mouth, but that's what, of course, what any wordsmith would say. But do women actually have orgasms when you use your mouth, or is it just a tool to get them wet and get it started? Or what is your method when you use your mouth on women?
You know what I love about this new openly bisexual era that we in with the women now, where if you line up 10 women, 8 of them are going to identify as bisexual. So what I learned from the bisexual women is that when I first started fucking these women, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. When you actually watch another girl go down on another girl, you learn so much shit.
And how old were you when you first started?
First started fucking people?
Yeah, because you said when
like
you
12.
first started, you ain't know what you
Yeah, I was
doing.
like 12.
So when you was 12, you was fucking, and you ain't know what the fuck you was doing.
That was the worst.
Okay, so before we get to the fucking, let's get back to the mouth of the wordsmith. So that's why we want to hear. So what do you?
Oh, you want to know what I do?
Yes. That's
Okay,
what
I got you.
We're
Okay.
trying to get the female audience that's going to
Yeah.
be listening to want to know about Vigilante and how he got his facial hair so fast.
You noticed that?
I did, brother.
Okay.
From the last time I saw you to this time, I was like, what this nigga? What? This nigga been eating booty. See, he ain't
man.
secret.
I ain't even hopped into that game yet, but I swear before God, if one of y'all look good enough and y'all clean enough, I don't mind. I don't mind hopping into that game. I heard it's very pleasurable, and I don't want to be biased to myself. It's about pleasing the other person.
You heard it here, ladies, on the Talking Dirty After Dark podcast. If you are worthy, Vigilante will eat that ass.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what he said.
Yep.
He said he gonna eat that ass. That's what he said.
That's a fact.
So you've never done it before, not yet?
Nah.
Oh, okay. But you said you had yours done. Okay.
No, nigga ain't say that shit.
Why not though? All those are. Why would you say no?
Tell a girl eating my ass?
Yeah.
That's just not my thing, bro. I wouldn't even want a girl that's that freaky. I like a girl with a freakiness line. Like, don't be so freaky that we at the library and we checking out a book and we talking to the librarian and you trying to have sex on the desk, like right here.
Why?
That's crossing the line for me.
Well, I understand that, but let's not talk about the girl. Let's talk about you.
Okay.
And tell me why you feel that's crossing the line for you.
No, because that shows that you ain't got no...
It's talking about her. We're talking about you.
Me?
Why do you feel?
But I feel like that because of how I would feel about her.
So you would look at her, so you'd be judgmental of her freaky.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Judgmental of her freaky.
Is there some insecurities you have about your freaky side?
No, I feel like that I have a very healthy balance and a line that I go to make sure that I don't have no insecurities.
Give me some understanding, or like some details, or explaining what you mean. You feel like you have a healthy balance or line so that you don't go over.
You know that like public sex is against the law and shit, right?
Against the law.
Yeah, nigga, that's indecent exposure. Nigga, that's a crime. You didn't know none of this?
It's not that I didn't know. It's that I never gave a fuck.
But listen for the reasoning why.
Oh,
Because-
don't give a fuck to care to tell,
fuck it.
like, because you can't
This
tell
nigga going
who-
to jail over some pussy. That's good. It's
but,
not traumatized. It need therapy, y'all. So if any therapists watching this, they can tutor him naked because he gonna have this weak ass robe on when y'all do
I mean, I'm gonna try
for sure.
But when you on the show, you said that's when you got your ass licked that one time.
Oh
That's not
my
what it
God.
happened? That's when it happened that one time.
I'm gonna get back to the mouth thing since you keep talking about that. So what I learned from the bisexual women is that men, we really be rushing and we don't take our time. We understand women's hot spots like behind her ear, neck, titties, pussy, butt, behind the thigh, inner thigh, stuff like that. But honestly, the whole woman body from head to toe is really like her, is everything that you can use to please her. The text messages that you send, that's foreplay. The phone calls, that's foreplay. When you say I'm gonna plan a trip, that's foreplay. All of that shit is foreplay. Even though to us, we just feel like that once you know, before you stick it in, that's foreplay. No, y'all niggas is behind. And they complaining about y'all right now. And you about to lose your girl to either me or him or one of our friends.
No, I don't take other men's girl.
This nigga's a liar. So
I don't.
So with that being said, you need to take your time.
So with that being said, the ass is a part of the female body, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you say that's an area that you for now are skipping and have been skipping for the, from 12 to 27.
Yeah, I'm open to not skipping.
So you're open, but you have been skipping it thus far.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. So is that not hypocritical, sir?
No, I don't think so. Is it hypocritical on your behalf?
I don't agree with you. I'm not going to say I don't agree, but you're saying that men have not been doing this and they got to pay attention to the entire woman's body. Mm-hmm. I disagree with that.
Okay, go ahead.
That's just my opinion. But I'm saying with you.
I want to hear yours.
Me, it depends on the woman that we're here to interview you. So Vigilante, okay. You feel like pay attention to the woman's body except that asshole. Don't stick your tongue in it. Don't stick your tongue around it. Don't suck on it. Don't spit in it. Don't stick your dick in it. Don't just leave it alone.
No, I believe you can do whatever the fuck you want to do to it. But me personally, I have not found a woman that I feel has put me in a position to where I felt like I had to do that in order to please her.
Wow. And what position would that be, sir? Would that be doggy? What position she need to put you in? So
you know, the first time that I ever put like my thumb in a girl's butt was in my poly relationship.
And how old were you then?
That was last year.
Stop right there. So the first time you even put a thumb in a bitch butt was last fucking year, bro?
Last year.
So you might be a late bloomer, sir.
In that area, yeah.
Okay. So at 12 years old, you lost your virginity, or you got some head, or you gave some head?
I lost my virginity.
You lost your virginity, and after that, you and her continually fucked? Nah, y'all just failed just that one time?
Yeah, that was some shit that was definitely not supposed to be happening.
And then how old were you the second time you got some pussy?
15.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna be honest, bro, because that shit was not protected at all. So I felt like that I was making myself paranoid, feeling like something may have went wrong in that whole thing. I didn't know what the fuck.
So you do get in your own head sometimes?
Yeah, all the time.
Do you feel like your ego can be good, or do you feel like your ego can be bad?
I feel like it's a mixture of both. Ego, pride, and just confidence and all of that stuff. It kind of intertwines with each other. But ego is mostly bad than good for the most part.
I definitely agree with that. So you could be a little overconfident with, what was going on with you in the bedroom when you first started, because if she didn't want to fuck with you no more, I mean, we all know how girls are. Right?
No, she definitely still wanted to fuck
Every
with
girl whose virginity I took, and there was a couple of them, they was like, hey, can we do it again?
Right,
and
so you sound confused about what happened between me and her.
I do.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that she was 13, and I was 12. So that was some shit that was not supposed to happen. Now, as a man, normally a man is going to be bragging about that, like, yeah, I started this earlier, da-da-da-da. I'm letting you know that the way that her mom was and the way my mom was, that they wasn't raising us for no shit like that to take place. We just liked each other that much. So we both knew after that shit happened that we was not supposed to be doing that shit. So that's the reason why we stopped. But there was other times in the future where I would come to visit Michigan and shit like that will pop off. But we wouldn't go there because every time I left, she would always be dating a new person when I got back.
So you don't think that was just a beginning level with you now being in a poly relationship and sticking your thumb in butts? You don't feel like that? I mean, I guess that you would say that these women didn't raise y'all a certain way, but now that, you kind of hear, it's kind of like, well, maybe you was supposed to be learning that then, because if you were mature enough to handle it, just like drinking, it's like they tell you don't drink till you're 21, but if you're mature enough to drink before 21, who's to tell you, you shouldn't be drinking?
Man, that shit against the law. Just wait till you're 21.
Here we go with this man-made laws. I don't agree with man-made. I understand gravity.
I don't either. I don't agree with them, but for them, it don't fucking matter if you 20 years old and you get drunk and the law catch you. Just because you tell them that you don't agree with their man-made laws don't mean that your ass ain't going to be in jail. Just be smart about it from the time you're 18 to 21.
So you didn't drink before 21?
No.
Oh.
Or smoke.
Wow. So you were a good boy.
Yeah.
Now
I was a good bad boy.
You were what? Bad? You went to jail before 21?
No, I never went to jail a day in my life.
Never
been arrested.
Where's the bad boy at then? You be slapping bitches.
Nigga, that's a pimp. The definition of a vigilante is a leader of a self-appointed group that takes matters into his own hands because he finds regular enforcement to be inadequate. That's what you just said.
No. I don't take things in my own hands. I just don't believe that they are there for any reason beyond controlling you to do what they tell you to do.
Was you drinking before 21?
No.
Was you smoking before 18?
Yes.
All right, then you was taking matters into your own hands.
I mean, every matter is in my own hands. I control my own destiny.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, but I guess that would make everybody a vigilante to a certain extent.
I agree. Everybody is a vigilante if they know what the fuck is going on. But if you want to follow somebody else's rules and tell you, hey, you can't do this and you can't do that, I find it difficult. No offense and respectfully, to be a vigilante, but yet you such a rule. You go by every rule. Like I ain't even gonna fuck. I ain't even gonna fuck before the age limit tells me.
I didn't say nothing about the age limit. Let me tell you the best part about the way that I'm a vigilante. I learn everything so that I can figure out what line I want to walk. So the reason why shit usually works out for me, but I still do shit in my own way, is because I follow a system and create a new system as I'm following the system.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the fucking system is not the one you wanted to follow.
There was no system then and there ain't one now.
Oh, there's definitely a system.
What's the system?
The system now is spitting in bitches' mouths. That's
what the fuck is going on?
That wasn't going on 5 years ago.
I ain't never did that, and
You've never spit in a bitch.
No girl ever tried that with me.
So a bitch can't spit in your mouth.
Fuck no, you can spit everywhere else.
Let me ask you this though. Mm-hmm. So a bitch can come in your mouth.
Yeah.
Let me. So she can come in your mouth, but if she spit in your mouth, it's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Wow. So secretion can get all on your goddamn nose, face, ears, but if she spit anywhere on you, it's a problem.
That's usually inadvertently.
What's inadvertently?
When a girl come in your mouth, that's usually inadvertently. I caused that to happen.
So let me ask you this: when you get some head, have you ever came in a girl mouth?
Yeah.
Was that inadvertently?
Yes and no.
Yeah. No. How? What?
Yes and no.
I don't get it. How can it be? Yeah, it can't be up and down.
Gotta be both.
Can't be left hand, right?
Gotta be both.
I'm saying, so sometimes it was inadvertently.
Yeah.
But sometimes you nutted in the bitch mouth on purpose.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like sometimes with women, they nut on your nose on purpose.
I don't know, but I ain't never asked. So I can't just say yes or no.
But okay, so if you was getting your face rolled, and she just looked down and spit on you. No, real talk. I'm hot. I'm sorry. But if you was getting your...
I wasn't expecting for you to say that.
If you was getting your face rolled, and no, real talk, and she just looked down and spit on you.
But nah, I don't know if I could do. The finest girl in the world would go from a 10 to a 9 in that moment.
So, but she could do it though.
No.
And you would finish.
She could possibly do it on her own free will.
And you would finish. Go ahead and just finish.
I don't know.
I'm asking, would you finish?
No, I don't think so.
So you would eat. So after you ate her ass, because she's on that level to have her ass eaten.
Okay, if you're talking about the 10?
Talking about the one that you ate her ass, and then she looked down and spit on you.
Damn, you probably can't finish.
So now you done with her. So you can eat her ass, but if she spits on you, hell no.
I'm not done with her. We just gonna have a conversation. If the conversation don't go well, if she feels like, remember I told you about the lines earlier? That's one of them. So if she feels like that's some shit that she just gonna do, and she don't give a fuck because that's what she accustomed to doing, then we good.
Okay, so the conversation is going to be had before or after?
After, because I ain't going to talk about unless we get into that conversation where she's like, what do you not like? Then she got to directly ask me.
So you do have that conversation with women?
If they want to.
Do you? So, but you never bring it up?
I follow the sexual boundary.
So yeah, you say that you were in a poly relationship.
Yeah.
And you stuck the thumb in the butt. Did you suck the thumb or did she suck the thumb?
No, and no. That's another line right there. No. Especially if I'm just doing, you know what made me do it? Was the fact that she had a really nice butt, and she was like a little lighter than the other person I was with. So that made me a little bit more comfortable, not to be colorist, but it definitely did. That's my personal experience. And
very colors.
As I was hitting it from the back, she looked back at me and she told me to do it.
And so did you suck your thumb first?
Yeah.
And then it just went. And you had enough spit the first time you sucked your thumb.
Well, I like using lube. I like using warming lube and tingling lube and shit. That shit worked.
Warming lube and tingling lube?
I used the lube and made it easy for me to just go ahead and.
So you didn't suck your thumb?
No, I did, but I put both together.
Oh, and then did you have to add more lube or did you have to add more spit on your thumb?
Neither one.
Oh, so you was good at it. So she had a wet butt.
She was there with it.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
So if you could, warming lube is the favorite lube. What about condom? What's your favorite, not brand, no brands, but what's your favorite type of condom?
I don't even like using condoms, really. I don't have no favorite brand. I'm actually very disappointed in condoms, to be honest. They could do a way better fucking job in their infrastructure.
How long have you, how many polygamous relationships have you been in?
That was the only one that was officially with a title, but I feel like I've been in a lot of them unofficially.
Definitely, the game is sold and not told.
I got $5 on it.
You can catch it in the book. Maybe when we get off camera, I might let you know about the man on the boat. But if you don't know about the man on the boat, I doubt that you're doing it right still then, brother.
No, I'm definitely phenomenal now.
I mean, everybody says that.
Yeah, I get the immediate compliments.
How old were you when you learned, when you was like, yeah,
I really got it? Probably 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you think you better than me, huh?
I know for a fact.
Wow. So, how old were you your first threesome? Have you ever had a threesome?
Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Let me see. What was the first time that we did that? October 30th, 20...
How old were you?
19? How fucking old was I? 23?
You was 24.
24?
24.
24.
No, we're just gonna call you 24. We're gonna round up.
Fuck it, I was 24.
Your first threesome.
Yeah, the first one that ever was successful. I had a bunch of them set up. But when a nigga ain't got no car, ain't got no crib, at that time, it was just like, nigga was just running around broke.
So what, okay, I'm sorry, let me lead in, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
And this threesome was with you and two girls, or how was this threesome?
I ain't never had a threesome any other type of way.
So what would be your issue with...
Running a train with somebody?
That's not a train, that's a threesome with two guys and one girl.
Why do you not consider it a train?
Because I asked the question first, and then I answer that question.
Okay.
So...
Nah, I'm not trying to have no other...
What would be the issue?
Mac, because I don't know what type of time this other person gonna be on. And then secondly, remember I told you I have a freakiness cutoff line. That's another cutoff. If I'm having sex with a girl, I'm fucking a girl, and she goes and starts fucking on somebody else, then, because actually during this first threesome that we had, the guy was having sex with two girls and I was having sex with two girls in the same room. But the room was so big that he had that whole side, I had this whole side. And the girl who was an invite, she was riding on top of me and she was looking over at the other person at the same time, and she was like, both of y'all is so big. I'm used to being with white men. I've never seen anything this big before. And then I said, because she was just an invite, I was like, well, if you want to go over there and participate, then you are welcome to do that. This other person gonna be with me anyway.
So the invite can go, but the other one must stay.
Yeah, the other one got to stay.
But what would be the issue with switching partners?
I ain't no swap around and do that.
So you can fuck other girls, but the person that you with cannot fuck other guys.
Right.
Okay.
That's usually the arrangement that we both want, though. I feel like most women are naturally just like that.
I feel like women tell you what you want to hear to stroke your ego.
You think so?
No, so. Okay. They're amazing.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say. A lot of women have a freakiness level that we never allow them, society never allows them to express. That's why shows like this are so important.
Exactly why we're here.
But I do feel that once a girl starts fucking a guy and she starts to like him, that she just starts to shrink in her circle just automatically. I'm not interested in that whole passing shit. I don't even want to date people talk to people that other people talk to. Like,
can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
Does it feel like you're getting passed?
By women?
Clearly, they the ones passing you around. So you rather be getting passed than do the passing?
For sure.
Wow.
Because it's gonna be mutual.
I don't know, bro, because I fuck these bitches. These bitches don't be fucking me. And it sounds like the girl say, hey, bitch, had that camera ready when I get there. That's what she told you.
Yeah. And I hope that the rest of them say that too.
Hey! You know, women are mainly the alphas. How would you feel about a woman like that? Like, that's an older woman that is, maybe, I ain't gonna give no examples, but, a dominant older woman.
That sounds like it'd be fun.
So you've never had that before?
Not that. I've had attempts. I've had older women attempt to try to do that, but the situation I was in before was a touch and go situation to where it was like we needed mutual approval for certain things to take place, and none of those situations got mutual approval.
So let me ask you this. What is your favorite position when you are like, I am not trying to come, I'm finna make her come and I'm finna hit her spot? What position do you put her in?
Not to sound like on no arrogant shit, but it takes me a minimum of an hour for me to even get to the, like, where it even start the sensation of me feeling like that's about to happen. So my favorite position is whatever the girl is best at doing. So some girls are really good at riding. Some girls are really good at getting hit from the back. A lot of y'all need to work on y'all arch, please. And when we try to help y'all, I don't want to hurt you while helping you. So feel me helping you, and please just be submissive. I can get you right. 2 sex sessions with me, I can get you right, for sure. But whatever she's the best at doing, that's what I like to do.
So you don't have your own opinion?
No, I got my own opinion. That's my opinion.
Your opinion is whatever she wants.
Is whatever she's best at doing. I'm great in all positions. I know, I understand.
You're great at all positions.
Yeah, I
So
understand.
let me ask you this. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
no, you go ahead.
So you're great at all positions, right?
Yeah.
So how did you learn how to do these positions?
Because remember I said that the girls be complaining about the guys to when they get around us, they start complaining about how bad the other guys are. So one thing that I heard a lot was guys just want to pound and pound and pound. And then I started looking within myself, and I started going, do I do that? If I do that, even if I don't do it, let me take 2 steps back from even attempting to just try to beat it up, and let me actually slow stroke it. Let me deep stroke it. Let me leave it in and talk to her. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me put this finger here. Let me do that, this, there, all that stuff.
So nobody's actually showed you?
No, that's what I'm saying. I've gotten showed at the same time that I figured it out on other stuff. Like when you stroking a girl, you know if you're doing a good job or not. You can tell by her body language, the way she react to it, the way that you don't get none of these tales.
Well, no, I know that women lie, and they're great liars.
Nobody be lying to me.
And they're great fakers.
I'm gonna tell you what.
I had women on the show that fake, and they talk about how they fake. So that's why.
They're faking with you, Mike.
No, not with. I study. I gave books, and that's how I learned how to do positions. So that's why I was asking you, like,
well, you want a whole another level with it.
Well, that's why I was just wondering, like, okay, because every woman swear they got the best pussy. Every man swear, I'm slanging that dick. So that's why, as I asked the women, so how did you learn how to fuck a man? I'm asking you as a man, how did you learn how to fuck a woman?
Right.
And everybody swear they taught themselves.
Right.
And I know for a fact, man, when I'm cooking, I couldn't put together this nothing without instruction manuals. So that's why I read books, me personally. But I guess everybody else, you can put together this whole table from, I guess, seeing somebody. I don't know. Like that's why I've been wondering, how did you learn?
That's what Jesus did. He was a carpenter.
I mean, if you believe in that.
Sure. But what I'm saying to you is that I learned from, like, being in the field. So if I'm hitting the girl from the back, right, I don't hear no noise from her. She's not moaning. She's not adjusting. Her arch is not right. This, that. I'm switching. I'm switching either to side or the other side. I'm taking more in. I'm putting more out. I'm doing something to make sure that this can be pleasurable and that it's noticeably pleasurable. So whether it be pulling hair, whether it be grabbing her from the front and choking her, whether it be something, I'm going to get something. And if I'm not getting nothing, then that's when I know that things are not going the way it's supposed to go.
So basically, you're paying attention to her.
The whole time. The whole motherfucking time.
What's the quickest you've ever gone? Nutted.
The hour. That's minimum.
That was the quickest.
That's minimum, yeah. Because if we're going for a quickie and it's anything under that, it's not going to happen. But I don't mind. I've been on that motherfucking Kevin Gates shit for a minute.
What, the eating booty?
No. He definitely was one of the first people to be vocal about that.
Now, when you say Kevin Gates shit, first thing I think of the eating booty, nigga. What
else? Retention shit he was talking about.
Respect for you.
Take it wherever you want to take it. You got an audience to please.
So, when you get your dick sucked,
there you go.
Do you like your balls licked or cuffed or how?
I don't feel nothing down as far as that go. That's not pleasurable for me. I don't like the visual. If you cuff them, you're like hurting them because you're squeezing them together. So I don't like that. I don't like when they massage it. I don't like when they play with it. I don't like when they go and lick. Because usually most girls are lazy when they give head. So they they like grab them together, pull them to one side, and then try to lick it over on that side, and then move the penis to the other side. So or they hold it up, like flip it up like this, and then try to go under. Neither one of them are pleasurable. Just fuck that as a whole.
So you don't like your balls bothered at all?
No, just leave them alone. You just leave them alone.
So let me ask you this, because I had a freak, and it was amazing to me. I kind of came fast when I was hitting it from the back, and she leaned under and grabbed my balls when I was hitting it from the back. Has that ever happened to you?
No, I don't think I would like it though.
You don't think you would like that?
Nah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. It was different, but it happened. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. And I was hitting it from the back, and she leaned back and grabbed my balls, and I was like, oh shit, this is fun. So, but that's never happened. You don't like that at all.
I think that I would applaud the fact that she would even put that much effort into doing it rather than it be pleasurable.
That's why I'm fucking her to this day. I'm still fucking her.
I appreciate effort.
So you want, what type of effort, if you don't want your balls to get attention, what type of effort do you want from a woman?
Well, first of all, I like women who are forward about what they want. Like if we sitting there chilling, we watching a movie, I don't have to be the person that initiates anything sexual. If you see what you want, go for what you want. I love a grown ass direct woman. You don't have to be classy when it's just me and you kicking it, chilling. Now, if we out in public, then that's a different story. But if we here, wherever we at, isolated, do what you do. Be as nasty, dirty, freaky as you want to within the line that I said earlier about don't try to put no finger in my butt.
Right.
Don't try to put your face by my butt.
Right.
Don't none of that shit at all. But honestly, and what you said before too that taught me about angles was when you fuck with lube and you start putting lube on, it forces you, because it's really slippery, so it forces you to stand in different ways, and then sometimes you're in deeper than you were before just by taking a half a step to the left or a half a step to the right or bending her over a little bit more. And when you study the women's bodies, you realize which women walk with an automatic curve in their back, which ones are bow-legged, which ones are pigeon-toed, which ones like having their legs held up.
What's good about the pigeon-toed bow-legged girls?
The bow-legged girls and the pigeon-toed girls, they are easier to navigate how you do your doggy style, because some girls like doggy style where their legs are like this, and some of them like it where they curl back underneath your legs. So that lets you know whether or not you can pick them up during that time or whether you're just gonna have to go off the strict arch.
Gotcha. So what about if you're eating the pussy from the back?
What about it?
Can you pick them up, or is their arch need to be a certain way, or how does that go?
That's really subjective per girl, to be honest.
I forgot, because you don't have an opinion. It's whatever they like.
Yeah, I'm pleasing them.
So why would their arch matter if that's how they want their arch and it's whatever they like?
Right, because it's gotta be mutual at some point. I can't have the whole thing be pleasurable for just you.
So what do you like to be if a woman was doing and performing foreplay on Vigilante, other than the balls? Don't touch your balls. What type of foreplay would you like?
Definitely kiss on my neck. Be active with your hands, like be stimulating. Women have naturally softer hands and softer skin and all of that stuff. So anything that you rub or touch, it leaves a tingle in that spot, especially when you like whispering shit in a person's ear or kissing behind their neck and shit like that. I love short girls. Short girls have to put in the most effort to reach your neck, so that's how you know how horny they are.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'6". How tall am I, you think?
5'3", 5'4"?
You get the fuck out of here. I'm probably about 5'8", 5'9", because you're a little taller than me, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm a lot taller than you. I'm 6'4", brother.
Get the fuck out of here.
I am 6'4". I'm gonna cut your mic. Yeah, I'm 6'4". I'm sorry about that. I don't know what anything else. Cut your mic off, nigga. I'm 6'4". Fuck him. Fuck that. 6'4", bitches.
Oh man. So I would say probably about 5'8", 5'9".
So you need you like 4'11", 5'1", 5'3".
4'11" is the perfect fucking height. But I like anywhere between like 4'8" and 5'5".
How do you feel? Is it tricking if you got it, or how you feel about paying for therapy things to that nature?
Honestly, to some degree, we all paying for it in some facet. But that's my freakiness line again. Like if a woman was like, "Yo, fuck this date, just give me $100 and da da da." Now, I mean, at that point, you a prostitute. But there's other ways that you can get, like if you go through the proper channels and we actually start fucking with each other, then that little $100 ain't nothing because you're getting that from me every single day now that we together in the living situation.
Oh, okay.
You gotta know if you're gonna trick it because you got it, then you gotta know what the fuck you doing.
So you don't want to pay directly for the pussy.
No.
But you want women to be direct about the pussy.
If they just want to, I didn't realize how spoiled I was until like this year. Nigga been getting free pussy for 27 years.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of men don't have the abilities to get it for free. Like, they don't know how to talk. Mm-hmm. They don't know how to pay attention to the woman. Mm-hmm. They don't do a lot of things that you do, and that makes them feel like, man, I got other stuff to be thinking about not doing, so I'm going to just pay for it. Mm-hmm. But you're against paying for it. So sex workers are not on, what side of the line is the sex workers on?
Nah, I'm good.
So they're on the no side of the line. Because I know you said you had a line.
Yeah.
And the sex workers are on the no side of the line.
No.
So do you consider being a stripper a sex worker?
I done met some cool ass strippers, man. For real. Ones that I've even considered like, yo, I might, you know what I'm saying, make this something official, for real. It's all about, because some of them really just in there dancing, get their bread, go home. But some of them in there got a whole organization and whole motherfucking system that they running that's way beyond what's going on in the strip club.
I don't know. I've spoken to a lot of dancers on here. All of them consider stripping sex work. They say they're selling a fantasy. And they consider that to be sex work.
But the Mustang I pulled in is selling a fantasy. For anybody that motherfucking see that shit and think they can get with me.
But it's not a sexual fantasy. And if you're dancing at a strip club, you're selling a sexual fantasy, according to them, because I disagree. Okay. I don't feel like, I told her, it was Cinestacks I had on her, and me and her was having that conversation. I told her, man, if my dick ain't in you, I don't find it to be sex work. I mean, you know, it's a conversation. She said this, and, you know, I understand, I definitely understand her point of view, but I'm a man, and that's the only probably reason that I disagree with her point of view. If I was a woman, I probably would agree with her point of view. But that's why I was trying to get yours, and you feel like strippers are not sex workers, or you feel like they are? Which one?
There's a difference between sensual and sexual. And I think that's the line that she was blurring. And so it goes back to what I was saying. If a woman is infatuated with nice things, which we know that they are, then the car, you pulling up in that, could be considered foreplay for her. Therefore, that could be sex work for her.
Very true.
So
you consider yourself a sex worker?
I guess, sure.
Oh, wow.
Inadvertently.
Wow. So now you are an entertainer, a mogul, and we're going to add sex worker to that also, huh?
Sure. Somebody put me on payroll.
But, yeah, but, you know, if he was like, or she was like, or they was like, you know, like your car, you know what I'm saying? That kind of would be sex work then, in a way, for both genders. Then. Yeah. That's beautiful, man, because a lot of guys are homophobic. And for you to admit that you are actually a sex worker for men is beautiful.
All I'm gonna say is I don't know who gay. That's all I'm gonna say.
But you don't mind that the men admire you riding your car and think of sex?
Nah, I don't care.
You don't mind at all? So you don't mind that when the guys look at your page and see you shirtless, they masturbate?
No, I don't care about that.
You don't mind at all?
No.
So you might, you know, you don't mind if guys cash apped you for pictures?
That's actually a very skewed line because it's like, I'm technically not doing nothing. You already see these pictures 9 times out of 10 somewhere. You just want to pay me for them.
Well, no. Well, it depends because you know how men are. And men can be very vulgar. And if a man, you know, presented a price to you and was like, hey, you know, don't put your face in it. Just send me a video you jacking off. And put a price on it.
That's different. That's different.